Hello everybody, Vicky here. This is another little video on some things I've got to sell that pertain to Christmas. Now I love these as a way to give a gift. So what they are is they are, I think it's a 49 and Market waterfall album. So there's a little lift up lid there, and then I've got the front page, which I think is lovely. Happy holidays. I don't mind saying happy Christmas, but that stamp just said holidays. I've got a little button on the end there just to hold the ribbon, and then we open it up. Now, like I said, everything in here is matted, so the front and the back of each one of these have all been matted with obviously a Christmas theme paper, and I just think they are just the bee's knees. Now, just before I tell you why I think they're great, in the back I've included a little quarter page coffee dyed and stained with doilies notebook, so that you can make notes in case if you want all of this to be photos, you've got somewhere where you can actually write things down. So on this page and on this page leaf, if you want to write something, it's a bit tricky. And the same with that one. There's only a couple here where you could write, but what you could do is just stick a bit of paper to each leaf if you wanted to. But you've got this, this is from leaf number 1, and this is where we were today and what we did. And I think it's especially good idea for parents who have got a child, particularly if there's been a baby born during this year, for you to take some photos, because I'll speak for myself. There's really not a lot Graham and I need these days. We've got everything we need, and it goes for our friends as well. So that's a little bit of a present. But what we always want is we want pictures, and we want memories, and we want to know how the children are doing. So this one's a little bit darker, but if you put a 4x6 photo on there, it'll be fine. So every second one of these I've done a plain, but I have matted it on the back, so it sort of like goes in a theme. So that's number 2, and that's the back there, which you can also write all the way through there. It is just like, I think it would be absolutely awesome. Now this closure is a little bit different. This one's got like it's a Tim Holtz, it's a little brad, but it's got a little ring through it, and I love them. So I've put one on each side, and I just bring this up like you saw and do a bow. So there's this one here as well. So this is all about angels. Makes me think of Hark the Herald Angels. So once again, go through, and this is one of my favourite papers of all time. So you can just pop on through. So it looks like I've used that one there for all the backing. Oh gee, that would have been hard for me to do. I love that. It's just beautiful. So I've used that, not necessarily a Christmas one, but it just went so beautifully, obviously. So this one here, I've just folded it in half, and I've just used a little bit of linen thread just to tie a little bow in there, and then once again you can write about all the pictures. Now, like I was saying, if you've got like somebody overseas like we do that we miss terribly, and we sort of like everything's done FaceTime, what have you, the kids, the parents, whoever, do things during the year, and postage is so expensive now. So this could go for, like family or friends overseas. It's not going to cost huge amounts of money to post, and you can have a pictorial record with your little journal explaining what each of them are. And then like I said, these are all Christmas ones. I will be doing some more of these that won't be Christmas themed, because in this day and age, like I said, we all have so much. It's difficult to know what to keep buying all the time. And I think a personalised waterfall like this is just an awesome gift. So that's my waterfall. If you go over to our website, you will see them listed there, and we will get them out to you on return post. So basically put your order in the next business day, we'll get them in the mail to you, which still gives you plenty of time to be able to get it organised. Now we've all got phones now that take photos, so really all you'd need to do is just print off some of the many, I'm sure, pictures you have of something, either a theme, just your year, what you did for the year. Did you go on a holiday? A couple of pictures of where you went, your favourite memory for the year. Maybe you saw a theatre production or a movie that you really loved. Just, this is my year, and do it as pictures with a little blurb in it. And I really do like this idea, and I will be doing it myself this year, and I think for years to come, for not only for Christmas but for birthdays and those sorts of things, because when we're away from people, or even when we're not, and this will sit lovely on the coffee table. It looks a little bit sort of like wonky, but it's just that it's got a lovely thick gusset that's you've got plenty of room in there. And if you still wanted more room, you could make a little pocket up there for things to go into, and you could turn this bottom page here, you could turn that into a pocket as well if you wanted to. So you'd probably lose the blessings, but if you put it up just so you don't cover up those two little girls, that's more room as well. And if it was something that you wanted, you could just put it in the notes, and I can put a pocket there. But just remember that you will be losing whatever it's matted with. But I wouldn't have a problem in putting a little pocket in there for no extra cost for you. And what's on this one here? Same thing. You would be losing some of this, but if you need, if you'll lose this, but if more storage is what you need, I could do that for you. I could put a pocket on the back as well for you. So there's a little, like we'd cover poor old Santa up, or what we could do is we could put a half pocket on that side and put things in. That way we could still see Santa. What's on the back of this one? Same deal here. We could put one across there, or we could put one down here and have it pull out from the side. Yeah, same here. We could put a pocket there, and then when you pulled out whatever you had in there, you'd see that. So there are possibilities. If there is any little modification that you'd like me to do, clearly, explain what it is, and I will get it done for you. If you want modifications, you'll have to give me maybe an extra day to be able to get it done. Now the other little thing that I've got, now I have got a lot of notebooks. Some of them I've actually managed to get uploaded on into our shop, but this one's separate because it's a Christmas one, and I particularly wanted to get this sorted for this. This is just, they're great little notebooks at the best of times. So if you've got somebody who's studying, you've got someone who's studying, it does make it into a theme for whatever particular person that it's for, for their personality. It's really, I've used these books for a lot of years now for myself. So on the front there's 2 tags there, so they're just to make it look a little bit pretty. You can write over that embossing if you want to. So as we go through, I've tried to keep it pretty. I wanted to make it a little bit interesting, but I wanted it to be useful, very useful. So if you used it for Christmas, you're not going to use all this in this Christmas. So you can start off by 2023. You can write down your ideas and list of what gifts that you're going to be buying people and who you sent Christmas cards to. If you've got something there that you want to just do a rough sketch of or even write on that paper. So there's plenty of writing paper in here. There's different coloured. Now these, you might think, why on earth have I added that in there? It's Christmas, I'm not going to have time to be colouring. I don't even colour in. But if you think about it, if you put a little 6-pack of pencils that take up no room in your handbag and you've got your book, if you're going to go shopping with your daughter and your grandchild, or you're going somewhere and you're going to have a little friend at the table with you, these are really fun for little kids to colour in. You get out your little thing of pencils and you open the page up for the kiddie, and then they've got something to do. They can colour in and they can have their little drink or snack or whatever it is you're doing, and they're occupied. And then there's the back page too. There's been many a time through the years where you look on my pages and I've got kids' artwork, 3-year-old, 2-year-old, how they draw, and I just write over them. I don't mind that at all. But I thought putting the colour picture in there would be a good idea to give them something. So there's bits and pieces, not bits and pieces, but there's just a variety of different papers, pretty paper, the graph paper. But like I said, the majority of it, and I've got a little piece of tracing paper in there. So if you've got something that you want to trace, or something that you want to stick to, you've got that there. So as you can see, there's lots of pages, but they're not boring. They're different types of pages. So if you're with a little one that's learning at school this year how to write letters, well, there's little lines here that are guides to help kiddies. And I know little girls would just love to sit there and do that while everyone was talking. So there's just a bit of craft paper. And this here, it is a belly band, and it's got a card under it, just to make it look. That's for decoration. But you can stick something to the back of that you've made notes on. But the thing that I've found very useful and very helpful in these notebooks I make, I do an envelope and I put it in the middle. So if I'm out, I can stick my receipts in here, because like with anything these days, if you're buying it for somebody else, it might need to be exchanged. So that is another way to store your receipts safely. And the pocket at the front and the back, like you can see, this mirrors the front. And if you wanted me to, I could put back that with the plain paper, either writing paper or a coffee dyed paper, before I sent it out to you. You'll just have to let me know. So the back obviously mirrors the front. So you've got that other little colour page there, and if you didn't feel inclined to write on this one, you've got those 2 pages for a little one to just do what they want to do, and they're occupied and happy, and that way you can have a little chat while you have your coffee or while you're waiting for lunch to come. So I really do like these little books, and like I said to you, that's the only Christmas themed one I do have. And I think it's about now we need to start making our notes for Christmas. And if this one goes, you can go and have a look in the notebooks, and there are other notebooks there. If you look at this in the next few days and this one is gone, I should be able to get you another one made and sent out to you before the end of the month. So once the end of the month comes, I don't know that I couldn't guarantee you that I could get it to you by then, because like everybody else, things get a little bit hectic. And then, for no other reason, and these could go with this book, I've made a couple of little Christmas tags. This paper was left over from a journal I did, and it's backed with calico and sewn around, and it's got calico up there. So there's those two that look very Christmassy. They could be put in a card and used as bookmarks. That you call a bookmark, not a tag, and it will work. Now, if you just give me a moment, I've got one more thing to show you. That's another awesome idea for Christmas. I'll just get this out of the way first.